The last time I caught up with the Ruby Sons was a couple of years ago after the release of their very successful Sea Lion album. However, they have a new album out. It's called Fight Softly, and joining me on the show today to talk about it is Ryan McFun. Hey.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty well, considering the heat.
Yes,
which is a great thing.
Oppressive, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not at the ocean or a river at the moment, so that's kind of a bummer. But
now, the past couple of years have been pretty busy for you, haven't they?
Yeah. 2008 was a really big one because we released Sea Lion and basically toured the whole year on that one. And 2009 was kind of spotty touring-wise, but when I wasn't touring, I was working on all this new music. So, yes,
I'm surprised
it's been a busy couple of years.
I'm surprised you find the time to actually sit down and create and work in a studio, because it does seem like you're on the road a lot.
Yeah. It is a funny juggling act. It's nearly impossible to, or for me anyway, to be creative while you're touring, because it's a pretty stressful kind of lifestyle. Where if it's not stressful, it's just totally exhausting. So
Fight Softly is your new album, and I have heard that you've described it as being quite different to Sea Lion. How so?
Well, I guess sort of the basis of it is different. Like or maybe the foundation would be a better word. It sort of starts more electronically, and I don't mean that the album starts more electronically, but like the structure of the songs, or the core sounds of all of the songs are just quite different or more electronic. But yeah, it's I guess you could say less organic in its electronicness.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just pop music. So the last album I did was pop music, and the album before that was pop music. And
I think you're still retaining your key sort of Ruby Sons characteristics. I mean, the vocal harmonies, there's that sort of psychedelic feel to it, the global influences. Were there any things in particular that you've gathered over the past couple of years that have made a lasting kind of mark on this album, would you say?
Well, I think the sort of the vocalists that I've maybe always loved have had more of an influence on me, whether it be like people like Bobby McFerrin or Arthur Russell or something like that, or just Janet Jackson or Michael Jackson or Madonna or whatever, Justin Timberlake or something like that. I think that sort of stuff, that the vocal side of all of the pop music that I like, had more of an influence on me this time around than prior. That's one big difference.
Sort of some R&B elements kind of in the mix.
Yeah, it's not an R&B album in any way, really. Maybe I tried to make some of the songs feel that way a little bit, but yeah, there's a little bit of that flavor, I guess, put in.
So has the Ruby Sons live lineup remained the same? Is it still you and Amy?
It's actually changed.
Oh, really?
My friend Bevan Smith, who is also in Signer, who I also play in, he was in the band for most of 2009. But he's unavailable to tour this year, and so is Amy. So I've had to sort of start something new.
So who have you got now?
Two friends, Graham Panther and Alistair Deverick, and they both play in a lot of other bands. Graham has his own project, Panther in the Zoo, and Alistair's been playing in the Hot Grits and Lisa Crawley's band and a million other bands, it seems like. He does a lot of different stuff. So yeah, they're experienced musicians and friends and super sweet dudes.
Cool. Well, people will actually get a chance to see you guys playing live in New Zealand over the next week. The Christchurch date you've already done, but we've got Auckland and Wellington. Wellington, Mighty, when's that again?
That is Friday the 26th.
Yep.
And Auckland is Saturday the 27th, and we've just added some super exciting new bits and pieces for the Auckland show. Good old Matthew Crawley is doing a comedy set.
Oh, really?
To open the night.
He does comedy?
He does.
Wow.
It's incredible. And then a friend, Tim Ellis, is doing live visuals for the show, and our friend Nick D is doing a DJ set throughout the show. So
sweet. That sounds like a great gig.
It's going to be pretty great. Yeah, I'm excited about it. That's a cool venue too. The Backer Room.
And then after that, you're heading off over to the States, doing a massive tour again. How many dates have you got?
Just 29 so far in the States.
Just 29. Just 29.
And a week after that, we go to Europe and have, I don't know, 20 or 30 dates. And then, yeah, we'll see. We're probably just going to be ping-pong between continents until it starts to warm up again in New Zealand, and then we'll probably come back.
Sweet, sounds good.
That's the idea.
Well, Ryan, it's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Yeah, thanks for chatting.
Thanks for joining me on NZOWN. Congratulations on the album Fight Softly. It is out now. You can go and buy it. Make sure you do. And we're going to check out something a little bit older from the Sea Lion album. This is the Ruby Sons with Tane Mahuta.